Recreating uneditable PDFs in Microsoft Word. First, go to the Insert tab and create a table. We're going to make a 4x1 table to begin with. Highlight the last two cells on the right-click and select Merge Cell. In the first cell on the left, we're going to put in the brackets logo, $. Then move the borderline to the left of the logo cell. Now we're going to move to the Home tab. Open the Font dialog window and select Special Case and close the window. Delete the capitalized logo and rewrite it in lowercase with the Special Case option selected from the Font dialog box. In the second column, you will type the name of the company and address it as is written in the original document. Next, right-click within the same cell that has the address and select Split Cells. Change the column to 1 and change the row to 2 and click OK. Right-click once again and select Split Cell. Change the column to 2, change the row to 1 and click OK. Cut the city, state, province, and zip code line and paste it in the bottom left column. Adjust the borderline so that it all fits on one line. In the next row, input the phone number. Once again, adjust the borderline as needed. In the last column, change the paragraph alignment to right. Type checking account statement on the first line, press enter, and on the second line type page 1 of 1. Create a new row. Highlight the two columns beneath the address and the phone number. Right-click in the empty column and select Merge Cells. Put the name and address of the recipient in the merged cell. Right-click on the open cell in the next column and select Split Cells. The number of columns and the number of rows will be 2. Click in the top left cell of the newly split cell to place your cursor and change the paragraph alignment to center and type in statement period. Press Tab to move to the next cell and type in account number. Move your cursor to the cell below statement period and type in the dates. Adjust the borderline as needed to make the date stay on one line. Tab again to go to the next cell and enter the account number information. Format the numbers as it matches the original document. Highlight statement period account numbers and the cells below and center align it. Create a new row. Highlight the new row, right-click and select Merge Cells. Leave the new merged cell blank. Create a new row. Highlight the new row, right-click and select Split Cells. The number of columns is 6 and the numbers of rows is 1. In each of the newly split columns, type in date, description, withdrawals, deposits, and balance in that order. Adjust the borderline as necessary. Create a new row. Go to the end of the row and press Enter to create new rows. Repeat twice. Highlight the blank rows and copy Ctrl-C on Windows, Command-C on Mac, and paste Ctrl-V on Windows, Command-V on Mac. It's alright to have extra rows. Those can be deleted later. Highlight all the empty rows and change the paragraph alignment to left. Underneath the date column, put the dates as seen in the document. You can copy and paste the repetitive numbers as you wish to save time on typing. Adjust the borderline as needed. Next, under the reference column, type the reference number in the corresponding rows that match the dates. Afterward, move to the withdrawals column and add the corresponding amounts. There was a minor error with the placement of the numbers, but that's nothing a simple cut and paste can't fix. Next, put the information for deposits in the corresponding rows. Do the same thing with the balance column. Adjust the borderline as needed. Highlight the balance column, but not the word balance, and change the paragraph alignment to right. Highlight the column under deposits and change the paragraph alignment to right. Deselect the highlighted section and adjust the borderline as needed. Do the same thing with the withdrawals column, highlighting the numbers and changing the alignment to right. Don't forget to deselect the highlighted portion for all of the borderlines to be adjusted. Adjust the reference borderline as well. Now fill out the description column as it is written in the original document. Be careful of typos. Go to the last row that has numbers and still under the description column, place your cursor in the empty cell and change the alignment to center and write totals as it is written in the original document. Back at the top, adjust the borderline next to the logo $$ cell and the bank address cell so that the logo $$ fits on one line. Highlight logo $, right-click and select Table Properties. In the Table tab, right above the OK button, click the button that says Borders and Shading and a new dialog window will open. Click the Shading tab. Change the fill color to black and click OK. The dialog window will close. Click OK again to close the last dialog window. Change the font color to white. If your document glitches on you, press Ctrl-Z or Command-Z to undo the change. Highlight First Bank of Ricky and bold the text. Highlight all the cells in the top part of the document. Click Borders icon and select No Border from the drop-down menu. Next, highlight the cells that says Statement Period and Account Number. Right-click and select Table Properties. In the dialog window, in the Table tab, click Borders and Shading. In the Shading tab, change the fill color to Black Text 1, lighter 35%, and click OK to close the dialog window. And account number still highlighted, change the text color to white. Click on the Format Painter. Highlight the entire row that starts with date. With the row still highlighted, right-click and select Table Properties and click the Border and Shading button to open the dialog window. Change the fill color to Black Text 1, lighter 35%. Click OK to close the dialog window. Highlight the row right above date, right-click and select Table Properties, and click the Border and Shading button to open the dialog window. Click the Borders tab, and on the right side, click OK to close the dialog window. Highlight the entire row that starts with 2003-10-08. Click the border icon. Next, highlight the next row below it. Right-click and select Table Properties and click the Border and Shading button to open the dialog window. Click the Shading tab. Change the fill color to light gray, background to darker 25%. Click OK to close the dialog window and OK again to close the Table Properties dialog window. Repeat for each alternating row. And this is how you recreate an uneditable PDF in Word. Thanks for watching.